My favorite piece of advice I've ever received was don't be upset when a bird poops on your head. Just be thankful that dogs can't fly. That's so good, dude. That's so good. That is the single best joke that has ever existed in the history of humanity because it's a joke about perspective, right? It's a joke about understanding how things could always be a little bit worse. And while we think about that and we kind of laugh at its ridiculousness, there's an important lesson to be taken out of that. Right, what I've noticed is that we are stuck in an internet culture where we are so concerned with seeing how the person to our left and to our right is doing, how much money they're making, the types of accomplishments they have, the achievements, the cars, the fame, whatever, right? That we begin to want those things for ourselves, and it makes us feel kind of crappy about our own lives. The comparison trap robs us of our joy. Romans 12:15 tells us that we're supposed to rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn and live peaceably with everyone. But what I love about that first part is this concept of rejoicing with each other. Oftentimes when we talk about being sympathetic towards one another, it's usually immediately turned to the understanding of like feeling sad or being able to relate to or talk to someone when they have some type of rough experience going on in their life. But the second definition of sympathy is just to have a shared feeling. It's a lot more general. It's a lot less specific than this first understanding that we typically attach the word sympathy to. And so I began to think about what was it like if we had sympathy with people who were joyful? What would it be like for me to actually take active steps in rejoicing with people who are going through good times as opposed to letting things kind of get in the way and feel frustrated when I don't have the same things that other people do or when I'm not achieving the same level of success in which other friends of mine are? A good personal example for me, I have a friend who just got into a PhD program at a school that I'd really wanted to go to, but instead of like pursuing academics and PhD, I chose to pursue my wife and have a family with her instead. And I realized that I just personally didn't have the ability to do both those things at this point in my life. And so naturally I felt this desire to be like a little bit jealous and frustrated, but I thought it would be a lot better to just reach out and instead say, hey man, like congratulations, that's super cool, I'm super stoked for you. And that really did something in my own heart in terms of creating and cultivating a sense of being able to rejoice with someone when something great happened to them. So this week, what is one thing that you can rejoice with another person? What's one thing that you can share in someone's excitement about? How can you rejoice with them where they're at in order to be able to rejoice with those who rejoice? If you want to talk further, please feel free to drop a comment here, or you can follow me on Instagram at Joshua_Carmen. I'd love so much to connect with you. Thanks a lot and have a great week.